In this video, we want to start working on the damage side of things. So we basically want to just, when the zombie gets shot, apply a set value of damage. So here on the Wikipedia page, we have kind of a overview of, the various firearms and their damage, and we need to take note of some things that we need to, well, add. So for now, I just want a very simple, you shoot the zombie, it takes whatever damage you've set in the settings, and just kind of have that be it. And then we'll work on the multipliers, and then later down the road, we'll likely work on the range. So I'm assuming this is range here. So, max damage being 1,000 at close range, and 300 being the damage at longer range. My assumption for that is for the upgraded one, it says higher damages or higher damage at long ranges, and it just changes the 300 to a 600, making me think, okay, the farthest away range, it just does more damage. So this here is the maximum and minimum it can do. So I don't exactly know what dictates long range. So we might have to come up with that ourselves. Because then you can see in like the car and other bolt guns, the damage is consistent, but the multipliers are a fair bit higher than some of the others. Regardless, yeah, we're just gonna start with this. So we want the fire ability open, we want the PDA firearm, the game mode interface, and our zombies game mode open. And with that said, we want to first add those settings for, the PDA firearm so we can actually have damage. So at the top, under firearm tag, I'm going to make a new category here. So firearm, and let's do damage. And by default, we're just going to have a simple float damage. And let's actually call it max damage just to kind of prepare for the max and min if we decide to do that. And by default, we'll make it 0. So let's see. Now that we have that, we can also go ahead and do the categories here. So this here will be let's do, and we'll call it equip. So this little section will have its own little category, and we can leave this by default as firearm. So all of our damage stuff, the multipliers and all that will be right in here. So now that we have our max damage, how do we get access to it to pass it to the game mode? So we first off need to set it up to be able to pass it to the game mode. So let's go to our game mode interface, and we are going to just pass that data in as a const float max damage. Let's go to zombies game mode, add that to the header, and the CPP added as a parameter there. Then we want to go ahead and just for the sake of testing, print it out. So damage percent %F, actually let's call it max damage. So let's print that out, max damage, and we are good to go there. So the only thing we need to do now is in our fire ability, when we call apply damage, we need to pass in that damage, which means we need access to our firearms data right inside of it. So let's go ahead and make some space. And the previous way we've been doing this, and this is how we're going to do it still, is through the SKG actor construction interface. That has a getter that will get us, this construction data asset that we're using. So we want to go ahead and get the firearm logic component. So that way we can get the owner, because the owner of this component is the firearm. So once we have that, we want to just cast it to the SKG actor construction interface. So interfaces SKG actor construction interface. And we also actually want to include our PDA firearm. So let's include the firearm PDA firearm.h because we're going to be using it. And off of it, we just want to call get construction data asset. And that'll get us basically the PDA firearm, but its base class, which is USKG PDA firearm. So we need to cast. So cast to UPDA underscore firearm. And we now have access to that info. So let's store it. So let's just call it firearm DA for data asset. And from here, we can pass that in. So firearm DA, max damage like so. And that'll pretty much take care of dealing with that. So now if we go ahead, compile, relaunch, and set our max damage, we should hopefully be able to see it getting printed out once it is received inside the game mode. Because this is going to be kind of the moving forwards as we pass in more information, such as the minimum damage and that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. I started overriding in the zombie pawn, but I never removed it. That was for the example previously. Whoops, not that far. So let me go ahead and compile now. But that'll pretty much be kind of the basis moving forward, so we can pass in the minimum damage, and we can have the game mode figure out the range. Okay, let me see what else is going on. Okay, so I almost forgot this interface here is actually in the attachment module. So in our in our weapon module, we need to go to our weapon module.build.cs, and we need to add a dependency to skg attachment. And once we have that, we should be good to go ahead and build. So that way we just have the actual dependency that we need for this specific interface here. Okay, now that we are back in the editor, let's go ahead and go to our firearm data assets. So here's the wall weapon. Let's go to here. So we have the STG 1911. Screw it. We'll just do the 1911 for now. So go to damage, max damage. We'll just pass in, I don't know, say 100. And we should get 100 being printed when we shoot. So max damage 100. And that's what we want. Okay. So now that we have that, we are pretty much set up to where we have the ability to pass in the information. So what we can start working on in probably the next video. We might have enough. Yeah, we'll do it in another video. It's going to be taking this damage that is being passed in via the game mode and actually using it to apply to, well, whatever it needs to. So in the case of this, the zombie itself, we want to subtract from their ability system and just kind of go from there while still leaving it possible to, damage other things. So like I keep mentioning with the exploding barrels, if we ever have some, we can, utilize the system to make those barrels go boom. So with all that out of the way, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.